tough outcome for us. Backs against the wall, and a little bit too much of a test for our young team early in league here. Credit to Stanford. They imposed their wills on us a little bit in the second half. I was proud of our guys' effort to battle back, especially the second half, like the other night. And some lessons that we're learning here. We can't rely on playing catch up every time out. We made a nice run to get back into it off of some stops, making plays for each other, making shots. We kept reminding our guys. It seemed like about 9 minutes they were stuck on 4 team fouls, and it was because we were settling a lot. And we said, listen, drawing kicks, let's get looks. Let's you can attack inside out via the pass or the dribble. And then I thought we got a little 3 happy, obviously, after we made some. And then we just ran out of gas. Could not protect the rim. But I don't think ever been doubled up, points in the paint, one of our teams. So give them credit. They out-physicaled us from the start and made us shy away a little bit, but we showed tremendous effort. Some guys really grew up and toughened up over this weekend. We just got to keep moving forward.
Wayne, obviously, Oscar Da Silva is a talented player, but at the same time, you guys were a little bit shorthanded down there. Did you feel like your team played Da Silva how you wanted to defensively?
No, absolutely not. I mean, he had 31, so no. Our whole deal on Da Silva was to stay in between he and the rim and to stay down on his ball fakes and make him score over us. And we kept allowing him to get around us, left our feet, lost our discipline, and he was actually laying it in. And the times that we did try to dig really hard to get it out of there, we didn't have a secondary rotation. They made us pay late one time with an in-out 3. But the whole thing with guys like that, you have to make it hard for him to get it by 3-quartering, then slide behind, catch his counters, stay down, because he's not a jump hook or a face-up guy. He's everything at the rim. And I just think having smaller guys having to guard him, young guys having to guard him, he exposed us a little bit, but we'll learn from it for sure.
Wayne, anything on Andela as far as injury, or is he?
I've not heard. Doc Ackerman talked to me briefly at halftime, but at that point it hadn't been diagnosed, but he did confirm that he was done. So, but I've not heard anything after the game concretely.
Wayne, aside from the low post area, especially late in the game when Da Silva went off, it looked like your perimeter defense was very good tonight, especially defending in the backcourt.
Yeah, I thought our defensive pressure on the perimeter was really good, especially when we brought some guys off the bench, got it going a little bit, just like the other day. I mentioned that early on. We did a really good job on Spencer Jones until late. We lost him in transition and gave up a 4-point play. But John, I'm going to tell you, we gave up 8 points off of end line out of bounds. We showed them the 2 plays that they do in the counter. They got layups off of a 2-3 zone end line out of bounds. There's no excuse for that. They had 16 transition points and several layups where we didn't declare the ball, stop the ball, which are the things that we write on the board defensively to start with. Actually drive coast to coast layups. So we were in a little bit of a fog, and we're going to have to get the answers to that, because we don't get dominated like that in the paint. We don't get outscored in transition like that, and we don't have some of the breakdowns. We're trying to work through it and learn a lot, but man, we couldn't protect the basket. We couldn't play D without fouling. They paraded to the free throw line again, but valiant effort to get back into it. But we're going to learn a lot from what we did once we tied it up to where we lost the game. And it's discipline, it's playing hard and playing smart. And credit the guys. We showed a lot of fight. but we've got to show more discipline. And that's something you got to develop, when you got a young team and an inexperienced team.
Wayne, I know you guys were without two of your big guys, but are you having quite a bit of trouble finishing at the rim? It seems like last couple of games it's been
Yes.
kind of an issue.
Yes. Yeah. We've really tried to work on that. I think Warith got a couple of drop-offs. Should have had a few more. But our bigs, it's like we're looking to initiate contact instead of just making a play. And if there's a whistle, it's a bonus. And we were fighting hard from the sideline, but they were getting fouled a lot at the rim, and we weren't. But they were legit. Our guys were hacking them instead of contesting, and we were taking the ball right into the defense at the rim. And so we've got to certainly work on that.
Is Gianni about to earn some more minutes? It just seems like he's playing better and better.
Well, yeah, he has. You look at the last two box scores, he's playing more minutes. And I told him after the game the other day that it starts with his focus and energy in practice. And he's been one of our best guys since we came back from break. And so that's why he's in the position he is. It's pretty simple. We say it from day one. And I tip my cap to him like I did after the Cal game. He stepped up for us. And, you got to remember, he's barely into his second year. He's got to keep learning, keep listening, keep growing. But we're excited about his performance and what he's going to be able to do for us moving forward. And, that's across the board. I mean, there's guys that are playing well, and there's some guys that got to figure some things out, to be quite honest. And the one thing we haven't done a bunch, and it's not a threat. We've got to make sure that we're finding the right combinations. And I said that after Christmas with the amount of new guys and young guys, we're still in that process. But you know what? There's been some pretty consistent effort out of some guys off of that bench that are obviously earning more.
And Wayne, I know you're not one to make excuses, but how much do you feel like you have missed your staff members who haven't been there these last couple games?
Oh, it's tough. It's tough. You got Kerry, Coach Rupp's my right-hand man, been with me for a long time. Yeah, he knows how to say things to me to get it across. He knows how to say things to keep us locked in. Marlon and Stevie, same thing. Those eyes. But I really want to commend Joey and Tyler for the job they've done in those other coaches' absence. Their poise, but certainly, I mean, who misses three assistant coaches in a game? I've never seen it. So we miss those guys. We miss Big Roman, but it is what it is. We say no excuses, no explanations. We just got to roll with what we have. Unfortunate, we lost Rodrigue. Unfortunate, we all got in foul trouble. But you know what? They lost Bryce Wills. It's just the game, and then it's the game of life. You've got to deal with what's in front of you and handle things the right way. Keep finding ways to get better, with all the while maintaining your discipline, poise, composure, accountability, all those things. And we got a quick turnaround before we head on this trip, but no one's going to be feeling sorry for us. We got to find a way to get better and have a purpose and passion to hit this trip and get some stuff done.
Jarod, the offense as a whole kind of struggled down the stretch there, the last 8 minutes or so. What did you kind of see that was missing that you guys had going earlier?
I think we did a lot better job sharing the ball early on. As we kind of got on to the second half, or last 8 minutes or so, kind of struggled to swing the ball and just getting more touches, not just for me, but for everybody on the team. We got to do a little better job once we get into the paint, kicking it out.
What else do you kind of take away from this one going forward?
Coach had told us before he put this game on a schedule that he trusted us and he believed in us to pull this one out, as well as with the Cal game, knowing that we were limited, lost a player or two to the coronavirus protocol, as well as coaches. But we just got to learn. We played a lot of young guys. We played small, and we're going to learn from it and get better.
When you and Gianni were blazing hot, were you looking for each other? If you didn't have the shot, were you trying to get it to him?
Yeah, that's my brother. We live together. We've lived together the last 2 years, both from Southern California. We both kind of feed off each other, and we both can say the same when we're on the floor. There's definitely a connection that's there.
And it seemed like when you got down 10 to open the second half, it didn't phase you guys. Even late in the ball game, you knew you could come back. It wasn't really until the end when De Silva was scoring easily and the scoring spread got bigger. Was that you guys feeling like even though you were down 10, you weren't out of it psychologically?
Yeah, yeah. I know at least for everybody on the floor, we kept on telling ourselves, we're not out of this. We're not out of this yet. We fought too hard to come back and not pull this one out. But it's a learning experience for all of us. We played some young guys, like I said, and we're just learning from it. It's a close game we lost, and we eventually pull it out as we keep on growing.
Gianni, was about that the hottest you felt this year offensively?
Yeah, I felt pretty comfortable out there. I felt like I had it going early.
Gianni, Wayne said after when you guys came back from Christmas, he felt like you've been one of the guys that's really taken off. Was there something maybe happened over break that kind of talked to yourself a little bit about, picking it up or just?
Yeah, I feel like if I personally make a jump in my effort and play, I feel like that could help the team out more. So I challenged myself to help push myself to the next level so I can help, so the team could try to get to the next level.
Gianni, the offense there, you guys were obviously had it going for quite a while there, but with about 8 minutes to the finish there, it kind of tailed off. What did you see that maybe wasn't there, earlier in that second half?
We were just playing more disciplined, trusting each other, making plays for one another instead of trying to make plays for ourselves necessarily. Going to the paint with our head up, and we were just hitting shots, flying around, moving the ball.